all of you, my dear Reverend Fathers, dear honored guests, dear teachers, dear parents, and my dear friends. I am student Selmini Vasarian. Today, I want all of your attention for a moment to give a brief idea on the importance of communication. So, what do you mean by communication? Communication is one of the most important tools that aid us to communicate with others. Actually, a proper communication is like riding a bicycle or typing. If you are willing to work on it, you can rapidly improve every part of your life. Either you are a student or a working professional, communication is something that connects you forever. Also, the skills of communication are essential to be developed so that you are able to interact with others and also you are able to share your thoughts with them. But all of this needs good guidance and a self-analysis as well. So, some of you may have think that talking and communication means the same, but let me give a brief idea on this. Actually, talking is an integral part of our living. We talk to our family members, friends, people at work, and even strangers. But do we really communicate with them? No. Let's see how communication differs from talking. As I said before, talking simply refers to speak words and sentences. So sometimes the message is understood and sometimes it's not. However, communication is one step further in the process of sharing information. This is a two-way process that it needs a speaker or sender and listener or receiver. The speaker's role is to speak clearly while the listener's role is to pay attention to it. But quite often people nowadays more focus on what they want to say to others rather than listen to them. So, do you know what makes a good communication? Yeah, first of all, an effective communication requires us to be clear and complete in what we are trying to express. Being an effective communicator involves us to learn the skills of sharing information with clarity, empathy, and understanding. Next, consider your audience. Who are you communicating with? Make sure you are aware of your audience because those who intend to communicate with may differ from those who actually receive your message. So knowing your audience be the key to deliver your messages effectively. Furthermore, active listening is the practice of giving your full attention in a communication exchange. This includes paying attention to the body language, asking questions, practice non-judgment, and also, before executing your communication, be sure to consider your audience and practice active listening to get to the heart of their needs and desires. From this way, you can improve your communication as a counselor, social worker, colleague, professor, and even as a friend. Once you have successfully identified the audience, you may have something to communicate. For this, you can turn 7 C's of communication to ensure your message is clean, complete, correct, coherent, cohesive, courteous, and concise. If your communication skills are admirable, people will love and give you respect. It will increase your importance because communication skills can play a big role in changing your reputation in the society. Here's few major points which highlight the importance of communication. As my first point, it creates better relationships. At a fundamental level, better communication builds trust. And also, it's essentially effective in teamwork where multiple of people work towards the same goal. And also, clean and straightforward communication boosts productivity and also speed up problem solving. As my next point, it helps handle conflicts better. You know, many disagreements happen due to miscommunication and individuals not being heard. So, giving everyone the chances to speak and explain their point of view makes it easier to prevent conflicts and misunderstanding. And as my next point, it builds empathy. Once we become active listeners, we boost our personal and professional relationships through a great understanding about each other. But the most important thing is to maintain eye contact when speaking face to face, because it helps you to take a fuller image of your conversational partners and then you can respond thoughtfully. In conclusion, communication is the greatest importance because it's essential for sharing thoughts and feelings. The more we communicate, the less we suffer and the better we feel about everything. However, it's more necessary to learn the art of effective communication to put across one's point well. So, my dear friends, as we all know the world depends on communication, we see how nature communicates every day. As students, we must emphasize communication so that we could have a brighter future. Remember, whatever our qualifications are, we must face an interview first. So that means our future careers even begin with communication. Thanks to all of you for being my audience. Thank you.